Right, and we're live. Alright. Alright, so back at the tower. Is there anything that anybody wants to do before you guys go to rest?
Before we go to sleep, I'd like to grab some food from the stocks and just go feed the lizards real fast.
Yeah, we're gonna go check on those little first.
Yeah, I will trust you guys to do that. Once I go into my room, closing the door, casting alarm on the door,
Okay.
and then I'm going to put my portable hole up on the wall and start taking inventory of my things.
Actually, before we check on the lizards, we might want to show our companion here where she can sleep.
Yeah, I'm trusting you guys to do that. Please ignore the multitude of Sverfneblin that are milling about on the bottom floor. No, I didn't say we were putting her on that floor. I'm saying as we walk in the tower, is just like we have some other guests. Just like, please be mindful.
Lizards?
Lizards?
No,
We have pet lizards, yes, but we also have guests. Sverfneblin.
Of course.
They are gnomes from underground, basically. That is
Very,
like
very
the
far.
best.
Have you
Paraphrasing.
watched Disenchant? Yeah.
They're trogs.
Trogs. It is Disenchant.
Watching that all day. I love that show.
I got bored, so I started going through Netflix randomly. I found this one show from 2018 called V Wars. It sounds lame, but I read through the description and watched the thingy, and it actually caught my attention.
What was it?
Called V Wars. It's interesting. Basically, there was a subspecies of human thousands of years ago, and the gene was lying dormant until they found a skull that started spreading it again and awakening it, and it started turning people into vampires. But it explains it in such a scientifically sound way, and it's interesting as hell.
Mm.
A very good story, actually.
I would actually be really down for that. Yeah, I will reactivate my Instagram and I'll I don't use Instagram and I don't use
either.
Twitter.
I'm only
Plus
on.
the
I'm
main
only
guy
here
is,
to skill
totally
accounts
lost.
to troll those guys.
So you have those guys to look at the whole time.
That's why I activate mine again. Because it's like, just steal pictures off Instagram like everyone else. I'm like, I don't have to do this. I have to do this.
Well, it's the same thing, because I've been putting I've been trying to get all my stuff up on DM's Guild.
Yeah.
And the problem is trying to find anything to make it more interesting, because I don't have the money to spend for artwork, commissioned artwork and stuff like that, or pay for the rights for somebody's artwork.
Yeah.
You could just do simple borders on it. Do stuff to
That's
make it,
basically what I've been doing. Was I went around and I found some clip art and stuff like that. Just kind of made something really cool, pretty cool looking.
Yeah, if you tell me what your name is on DM's Guild, I can get that stuff and support you.
I haven't actually posted the stuff up there yet.
Okay.
Because I've been trying. It's 14 different hoops that you have to jump through to make sure that everything's on the up and up.
Oh yeah.
So right now, currently, I've been doing the cover pages. I have to redo the size on the cover pages because they require 350 by 900, and mine are currently at 450 by 900.
Yeah. The reduction for the pixel quality.
I didn't find out about that until after I tried to upload one of them, and it goes, the maximum you can do is blah blah blah, and I was like, oh cool. I really wish you could have put that in the fucking FAQ.
Yeah.
But yeah. And so I have to redo those, and then I'm ready to start transferring everything over to PDF, which is a whole nother fucking week project to do.
You want help with that? I actually have that can be pretty.
Oh, for the PDF?
Yeah, taking Word docs and putting it in PDF.
Probably wouldn't have a problem having some help with it. I'm trying to go through their process because they have an actual process that's detailed on DM's Guild. That by the end of the process, everything will line up with their standards.
Oh.
So that's kind of what I need to do. But I have to get the fucking cover pages right first.
I get that. All right.
So, yeah, just fun stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so back to the tower. You said you're heading to your bedroom.
Cast alarm on the door.
Cast alarm on the door. Blah
portable
blah.
on the wall.
Portable hole. Take it to
Inventory.
inventory.
We have been gone for far too long. I just need to make sure that I've got everything in its place.
Hey, now the gold for the
Alright.
tower.
You let me, just make sure that if you're transferring stuff out
Mhm.
or putting anything in, make sure you detail it on your papers.
Right. The 20 gold pieces worth of the find familiar stuff.
Right.
And then everything else I'm just going to text you.
Okay. Yeah. I just need to know that you know that like what you're bringing with you.
Yeah.
That way, because I just don't want anything getting lost in translation in the mix. Where is it in your tower or is it in your portable hole?
Right.
Just make sure that you're detailing what you're bringing with you.
Gotcha.
What's anybody else doing?
Same thing. I'm thinking of all the animal parts and things that I've kept in my bag of holding now that we're back home. So
Right.
clean and cure. And
Yeah, because you had set up a section of the kitchen, if I remember right, as a place where you could start like tanning some of it, prepping, preserving the whole 9 yards as far as all that stuff goes. Okay. It'll still
mostly all the eel stuff left, I think, in the bag.
right. Some of it by this point, yes, the bag of holding without like a tremendous there's not a lot of air in there in the first place. That's the reason people start to suffocate in there. But there is some. So there is a little bit of like rot around some of the edges that need to be trimmed off and stuff like that. There's, a little bit of mold that was formed inside of some of the rolls, but it takes you just a very short period of time to get everything quickly prepped. It's going to take some time for it to definitely cure and all that, but yeah, it doesn't take very much to get all that stuff going.
I'm just sitting there feeding the lizards, talking to them. I didn't have much shit to drop off, so I wanted to take it home. I had that box. Chunk of salt. Actually, I'll go put the chunk of salt in the kitchen.
Yeah, in my kitchen.
You probably can't even see me over the counters. So.
No, remember we have the balloon on you.
That never came off.
No,
I'll remember this.
If you're allowed to walk on your own, buddy, you gotta have your
Yeah, no. Safety harness or a balloon. You need to be eyes on you at all times.
You want to be on your leash, or you want to be a big boy. Big
He's like,
boys have
technically, I'm
balloons.
older than all of you. This is bullshit.
Yeah.
Big boys get balloons.
All right.
Born
So-
290 years ago.
Sure, you were.
You said grabbing some supplies,
Dropping off.
huh?
I was dropping off my
Chunk of salt.
chunk of
Magically
salt in the
created
kitchen,
salt.
and then the perfume bottles and stuff
Do you
in my
really
room,
want
and
to
then
put the
feeding
salt in
lizards.
the kitchen? Someone's gonna use that shit.
Yeah, no, my lump of magically created salt is. Ooh, get it.
Nah, I missed it.
Yeah, you bastard.
Yeah.
Oh, I had it.
What the fuck was that? Yeah.
It's
No,
down
there's one
there.
right behind the box.
It's down there. I don't know what you're
No,
smacking
there
at.
was one up there. I killed.
There's the big
There was-
one is
there
behind
was
the
something
box.
there. I see it.
Behind the box.
You see that? You
Just
went,
move the box and
yeah.
it'll come out.
Okay.
Or
I
not.
think it flew off already. There was one
Well,
on here.
anyway.
I killed.
So, grabbing some supplies, heading out to feed the lizards. No sign of any lizards.
That's fine.
Did you really let them out?
Let my babies free.
Oh, we don't have lizard maps anymore?
I mean, they were like basically free roaming
Yeah.
under the assumption you guys were going to be back shortly to like take care of them, to get them a place to actually stay and all
Yeah,
that.
they're out having the little ones now. They're probably
Oh.
gonna eat some Neville and let those loose too.
I
That's a pretty good point.
I'm just gonna watch.
Because there were 7 of them.
Should I call the queen the clever girl? She starts eating the Smurfneblin when they run through the meadows.
There were 7 of them. I rolled a d8 minus 1. I rolled a 1. That's how many ran away. Like, that's how many are left.
-1.
They scattered.
They're gone.
Yeah.
They're just gone.
Yeah.
Ah, fuck.
Within the area that they're at, they ran out of easily accessible food. And so they traveled off.
Alright.
Well, they wouldn't be able to make it back home. But
They can't eat all
how
of them
long
at
do
once.
you have?
There's
Can
just
I-
There's
Go
70.
outside and see
Chaotic
if I can
meat
try
trash.
to find
There's,
the
Chaotic
tracks.
meat.
there's 70.
You can certainly try.
There's only like 7 or 8.
There's definitely more chaotic.
So-
goods.
Survival check.
I actually don't know what my
Do you need help?
Mentally or in game?
Well, Arkin's off doing her own thing right now.
I mean, you saw me in the kitchen.
Come on, we're moving forward. Let's
Yeah,
go do
I
things.
just stopped by first. Arkin, would you mind helping me try and see if I can find the tracks of the lizards? Try and track
Find
them
the
down.
lizard. Okay, we're walking as we're going, but find the lizards. The fuck do you mean find the lizards?
They're not here anymore, so I'm guessing they ran off. I want to see if we can hunt them down. Well, track them down.
Okay, just going off of what I know. Good fucking luck, but sure.
You are helping me with this? Well,
Yeah.
actually,
Do you want to roll or do you want me to roll?
yeah, you roll because you have, yeah.
Do you have proficiency in survival?
No.
Alright, it's a straight roll.
Alright.
Better luck than
Mama
me.
needs a 29. Do you want me to lucky that? That's a 15.
Yes. I really want these lizards back.
Why does the Coopers make me waste on my fucking rolls on my fucking lizards? What is
Well,
with on
we're
lizards?
about to
Like
take
it
a
makes
long
you feel
rest.
like home. It reminds you of like your childhood or your dating history or what? I literally got the same exact fucking thing. 15.
Okay.
I'm not releasing another one.
There is no signs of the tracks.
He's dead, Jim. I have a feeling that it's
damn,
really
damn it, Jim! I'm a doctor, not a lizard trader. It's like
We'll just
Jim,
walk
but not as
sullenly
we know
back
it,
into
not as
the
we know it, not as we know it. There's Klingons off this.
They finally found the rabbits.
So, does that end the foray? What is everybody else doing before final rest?
After I inventory everything, make sure nothing is missing from my mini office area.
Nothing's missing.
Do that. And my person.
Is there a dog?
You're good.
Okay.
Everything except your hair.
Yep, that's fair. Okay, cool.
Elves are usually like hairless, right? Can,
Like body hair.
yeah, can the
Pretty
hair
much.
start just like growing out? Gorilla arms, just one arm.
That's not what this was about.
I'm trying to help you out, you know.
This is really not that. How?
You keep some in your hair.
All right. So what are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing?
Rolling up the portable hole, putting it away, going to bed.
And that
All
time
right.
before Plan a Fire.
All right.
I'm not looking forward to that.
All right. All right. So, morning comes, bright and early. Everybody's up and about. Anything you want to do before heading on out?
Consult with Elise, make sure that there's enough energy for the to and back, and to give us all elemental resistance.
I am running low. I can get us there and back. Cannot give resistance.
How much do you need to be able to give us resistance?
For all 4 of you,
Yes.
out of game terms, it would be roughly, if you're doing the 24-hour one that you had done before, it'd be 4 spell levels.
4 spell levels? give up a third and a first.
Okay.
Left with the only damage / effects that you've managed to or bothered to fill in are your level 5s.
What are you talking about?
These guys.
Yeah, that's not damage effects for page numbers. I know what these things do.
Just a side
God.
note, my
Mhm.
mom is going to come pick me up in like 30 to 40 minutes.
What happened?
My mom is going to come get me in like 30 to 40 minutes.
Oh, okay.
How easy you transition to that voice now.
Well, like,
I know
it
it
just
bothers
comes like natural, you know. I'm just really bubbly. Yes, Daddy.
Okay.
That guy has a face. We're gonna have to use that one again.
So, heading through the portal.
Heading through the
All right. Stepping through the portal, you find yourselves in the same heat blasted canyon, narrow gorge, if you will, that leads on a winding pathway straight ahead.
Alrighty. We are going to be traveling for a little while to a small bronze dwarf village and making the return back. Aerostar, are you needing a way to come back to the planetary plane?
I have a goal to accomplish here,
Okay.
so I can't leave until I complete that.
What is your goal?
I'm looking for an old teacher who is researching a special topic of interest to me, and I need to find them.
A teacher regarding like the basics.
Fire spells.
Spells
Fire
of
breathing techniques.
fire.
Something like that.
They're really hot.
We'll ask you know, when we get there.
But I will lend you my aid for helping me get to this planet since I've gotten as far in my role.
Very well. Alright. So let's go find Egon.
All right. Heading through the canyon. You eventually end up reaching a fairly familiar section of the canyon where you see the walls are dotted with holes on both sides of various sizes.
Please, no one pull shoot anything.
We're going to calmly walk through here. We're not going to make a lot of noise. We're not going to draw attention to ourselves.
We have enough snake pits.
All right. So you're trying to sneak through.
It's not going to work well for me.
We have enough snake pits.
Look, they're more of an annoyance than anything else at this point. Let's just continue on. Unless everyone wants to do what we did last time, and I can just dope us on through out of here.
If we're trying to sneak, I should use my invisibility.
Or
Hmm?
can you take everybody or just one person?
Well, I can take all of you.
Remember the
We can do it.
portable hole trick?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Are you comfortable sneaking?
I was gonna just go 1,000 feet in one direction.
Oh, you're gonna like mix your separate first step.
Yeah, I was gonna dimension door us up the fuck out of here.
Whatever that magic thing is.
Right.
Ah, man,
Legit.
like
Well,
I held on the dimension door for a fucking reason.
Can you hold your breath for a few seconds?
For a few minutes,
A few minutes.
just a couple minutes.
I don't know, God, can I?
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
Thank God.
I mean, you've got 10 minutes before you even like have to start worrying about it anyway.
Okay, checking in with God.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Hey, God, it's been a while.
Me again.
so before we start getting close,
What was
to
that? It was a book, wasn't it? Hey God, it's me.
Yeah.
Something I can't remember what her name was.
Hey, God,
My
it's
my
me,
mind for
Conjure
some
Nicole.
reason is defaulting to Karen, but wasn't. It was
I
like
mean,
Teresa or
here's that
Margaret
name
or
a lot.
Margaret.
Don't ruin the name for me. Don't ruin
Anyway.
the name.
God.
Anyway.
Don't ruin that name for me.
So, all right. So,
Margaret. I knew a bitch that burned that name in my brain. I do not like that name.
all right. So, what are you doing? Everybody hopping in the portable hole?
I believe so.
So
Yes.
I'm gonna
Portable
I'll
from-
put up the portable hole on the cliff surface before we get there.
Mhm.
It's like the only condition of us doing this again is keep your hands to yourself.
Keep your hands in the bus at all times.
Okay, I'm not gonna touch another person.
You're
No,
literally touching my tail
things.
right now.
Yeah, you no. Like
Shh, just let
If we didn't
Everything-
read your thing before when we were going through all the runes,
look, I'm just now's not the best time. Just follow the rules, and I'll let you out of the hole. All right. So everyone who's got everyone who's got something that's extra dimensional, hand it over.
But like under.
So I'll
Quiver.
take his quiver and I'll strap it to my back, your bag of holding, and I'll put it.
Do you have magic hiding hole things?
Nay, she does not.
Okay, cool. Step inside of the hole, please.
that's the end to this.
Good
Does anyone-
news,
You
you actually.
Does anyone have the ability to cast light or anything? You guys have any light source? All right, that's fine. Everyone's in the hole, right? All right, cool. I'm taking it down, folding it up real quick.
All right.
Put it in my spell scroll.
We don't have to see to do what our hearts tell us to do.
Cool. And I'm
I saw
only
that.
going to be using one use of Dimension Door,
We're just
All right.
benchmarking.
How long-
500 feet
how
to
long
get us
does-
way
How
past.
long does it take him to dimension doors?
Less.
Not long, like 6 seconds for the
Wow,
dimension
so
door,
not
another
enough
6.
time.
There's only one
It's
person
set.
in there that can reach you.
It's not 7 minutes in heaven.
Not enough time, Jesse.
Someone just pinched my tail.
I'm just trying to play with the scale.
All right, cool. After 500 feet past where the fire snakes live, put the portable hole back up. It's like, okay, everyone get out.
Easy enough. The holes only go for about just roughly about 100 feet. You're more than enough past.
Full 500 though. I'm not fucking with those goddamn snakes right now.
All
We're gonna
right.
do the same thing going back.
Put the hole up.
Very.
Realistically, we know how long it's going to take. We've done it enough times. Yasu and I would know we weren't going to be caught doing anything stupid because we know better.
You wouldn't have done
Yeah.
anything stupid.
Like,
if you know
yeah,
better,
you've
right?
done it. Yeah. It was like
Sorry.
it was like 30 or 40 times you guys ended up having to do it over the course of like the whole entire.
Just making
You
sure.
really wanted to fuck us on that one.
You just want to see how.
No, he
fast
wanted
we
to see how
do
long
it.
it would take for us to figure out the best way through it.
Right.
Now.
And that was the best way
And
through
the
it.
answer is 1 R stir fry.
Pretty much.
Basically.
Sushi.
No, sushi's like even cut. I don't even imagine it being even cut. It was just.
True.
All right, so give everyone back their extra dimensional items after they get out of the portable hole.
All right.
Gets out.
Lost me my quiver.
Yeah, before he gets out, I'm just
No.
gonna.
Before we get out, we can put the balloon back on.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. We put the balloon back on it. I
All
don't know
right.
how we gain access to plastics, but just for him.
Magic.
Well, there is tar in my world, so
Bubbles.
Good to know.
Bubbles. Bubbles.
all right. So
All I need is a kite in this tree.
You'll fly away, honey.
all right. So
Mm.
500 feet. You're probably about another 30 minutes of travel before you reach the end of the canyon. Exits out onto the open plain of fire-blasted sand. You remember Egan's village was... Do you remember?
Empty. It was. Hold on.
Mostly empty, but I don't remember the exact business.
I can tell you, but it's gonna take me a while to decipher.
You're fine. To the left.
To the left.
You still have the eel picture.
I still have iCat everything.
Following the rocky outcrop to the left-hand side, you travel for another 2.5 hours before you can see in the distance the familiar sight of the crystalline dome structures that mark Egan's village.
Continue on, I guess.
Continuing on, you reach the outer edges of the village. I'm assuming heading towards the center.
Towards the center.
It's easy enough to find it. You vaguely remember what his particular house looked like.
Go to knock on the door.
No answer.
Again, it's Dalthamar.
And pals.
Hmm?
And pals.
And pals.
Please use.
He
I
tolerates
didn't say he
us.
liked them. So
You hear a heavy clack, and the door pulls open a touch, and you see the familiar ebon skin face of Egan.
How are you, good sir?
What can I do for you?
Some time has passed since we've been last here, but I asked to commission a sword for you.
Yes, I
Quite-
remember.
I have had some free time now, and I decided to visit your plane to see how things were coming along.
The sword is finished. And for the payment, it serves two purposes. Please come in.
Good day. I'll go ahead and walk inside and reintroduce. You remember Arkin? This is our new compatriot, Gyatso,
Nice to
and
meet
the
you.
Aerostar. She is in search of a teacher.
A dragonborn. Who was your teacher?
Pick a side with God. Who was the teacher? Did we ever pick a name?
Him can name.
Hotman.
Hotman. Go for it.
Professor Hotman.
Hotman.
Another
Avatar again.
Avatar reference.
That's
How do you do, Hotman?
painful.
From the Flame Me Out Academy.
This is so painful. This is
Oh,
so
that's a
much.
really good episode.
It was though. Sorry.
Hmm.
It's a fire teacher. Come on, it's funny.
I know.
What race did you want them to be? Your choice.
No. Elves are usually associated with magical stuff.
Generally speaking.
But this is like fire. Maybe
Sun elf.
Fire genocide.
Eldarin.
Eldrin would be okay.
They're more
What do you
into
think?
magic.
Something more fiery?
something more fiery because it is like a technique that neither the dragon
Um,
is trying to adapt.
Fire genocide are half elemental, half human.
Sounds perfect.
Cool. Lots of fire, fire hair, fire eyes, fire, more fire.
I love this. Like the fire danger in time.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Cool.
Hi.
that sounds like death.
Huh?
I said, we can fuck elementals. That sounds like death.
You don't need fuck. You don't fuck Eldarin.
That sounds like STDs with more steps.
I just see a little human being like drug in the canyon.
Yeah, Earth Elementals fucking dragging them by their heels. That's fucked up.
Your teacher who came through here searching for an item.
Do you know which way they went? When were they here? How long ago was this?
I believe that your purposes and mine coincide.
Goody. Love it when everything's a coincidence.
I need to kill my business up.
we don't have to fight that salamander again, do we?
Uh,
I'm asking Ignan.
uh,
You motherfucker. Okay. Dolphin's quiet. George is quiet.
I have not heard anything from Salazar.
Salazar the salamander. That's as good as hot.
I know. So I have not heard from him since the last time you were here.
Oh god, he's looking for this.
You might have-
Oh god.
My business has been sidetracked by something else.
Hmm.
There's something new. I suspect that whatever this thing is what has been commandeering all of the goods flowing from the city of Brass.
Rolling like spice.
Good. That's not good. That sounds strong.
Like spice.
Okay.
It's the city of brass.
So,
I'll explain
We'll
later.
fill you in, bud.
as payment for the sword,
Kill the thing.
I ask that you fix this problem.
Before I accept these terms, may I see the sword? I do not wish to hold it. I simply wish to look
Yes.
upon it.
You may,
Okay.
because taking the sword with you is part of finishing its enchantment.
Oh, goodness. All right.
And he walks over to a side closet and brings out a cutlass style longsword
Okay.
with a handle and handguard made of polished black metal, and the blade itself is made of a clear crystal that, in the light, when he moves it and hands it to you, shines with all of the colors of the rainbow.
My goodness.
I love me some pearl buds.
Ow. Okay, good. Quite a masterpiece. True. And I'm going to go ahead and open up my Attack Magic site.
The sword itself does not glow magical. It appears almost as if it's pure black. It doesn't make much sense for a minute. And switching your vision back and forth between the sword and your magic items, this sword has potential. It's waiting.
Okay. sheath it. I'm assuming you came with the sheath.
Yes.
Okay. Sheath it. Strap it.
The sheath itself it looks to be made of a similar type of material to the snake skins that you've seen, but a much finer, pure black, very finely scaled, set with tarnished brass tip, and like a scroll-like engraving along the sides filled with brass.
Okay. Now buckle it on. Where are we going?
Further to the northwest of here, the traditional trade pathway from the city of Brass followed the lava currents. Recently, about a month and a half ago, all ships stopped sailing from the city of Brass. I have heard tell that they have simply rerouted around this area, which is bad for my business, because there's no reason for them to double back. If I cannot get the trade pathways running the way that they were, I will not have access to my goods.
Understood. We'll do what we can.
And I do believe that in that direction is your mission as well.
Did he leave any clues as to where he was going?
He was supposed to be going to the city of Brass to seek the item. I can only assume that he fell prey to whatever this thing is.
That points in the direction. Wrong.
All right.
I believe. Everyone good? Yatso?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Walking out with you towards the crystal in the center of the town, and he points in the direction of just off to one side. You can see the sky itself is just solid charcoal colored clouds roiling all over the place, just roiling in random directions. To your untrained eye, there's no rhyme or reason to it. And all of it is reflecting this dull reddish orange glow from just the sheer amount of heat and lava in the area. But one area, way off in the distance, shines an almost golden-like light on the clouds. That is the city of Brass, riding on the lake of lava, large enough to reflect light to an almost unbearable intensity. Find your path along the black outer edge of the clouds. That will lead you to where I believe the boats have stopped coming from.
Anyone have any questions, comments, concerns?
I've lost some fire.
Right.
Do we think
Shall
it
be
would
on.
be a pink worm or a green worm in the lava?
I think it's gonna be a red one.
Alright, remember kids, don't walk in a rhythmic pattern.
Somebody tells me your ride's here.
Yeah, it's all light.
Well,
Probably.
with that, we'll go ahead and call that a night.
Yay.
Okay.
City of Brass. I'm guessing it's the capital.
Would you say the chances of you coming back next weekend are?
We're not
8
sure.
out of 10.
I'll feed you.
8 out of 10?
Yeah.
I don't have
Cool.
plans right now, but my plan, so I should be able to.
Cool. If you don't, it's not the end of the world. It'll suck because I'd like to see you come back. But
I've written all the notes.
Yeah, no,
for things.
you're RPing with
She takes notes.
and a second note taker.
She takes notes.
It's ridiculous.
absolutely.
Love it.
So, like I said, if you don't, it's not the end of the world. But I would greatly appreciate you coming back.
Be the end
it
of
was
art
I've had a
in the
ton of
world.
fun.
Be the art.
You want me to hold on to these for now?
Why is it in the
Or do you
Give
want
it
to hold
to
on to them?
Laura.
Okay, that's fine.
I have space. I'm giving you special. You get your own copy. You want purple, I'm assuming, right? You always want purple. I do. You can have purple copy.
All right.
Did you Google it?
And with that, I'll go ahead and end the stream.
You did
Did mine too.
like
All right. I will see you guys again. Thank you.
Absolutely.